Theories about strange experiments to determine the best way to live, erroneous beliefs such as the prediction of time with dead animals, telepathy, morphine for apples, and other extravagances have been the par of the course over the past 500 years. Probably it is not surprising to know that these theories were eventually disproven by real scientific studies, and now they are part of the top 10 weird scientific theories that took too long to be disproven. Number 10. The discovery of Vulcan. After many studies, 19th century scientists believed in the existence of a planet called Vulcan, orbiting between Mercury and the Sun. The experts of the time claimed not only to have seen it, but confirmed the existence of other unknown planets. This idea was abandoned in 1915 after Einstein explained through the theory of relativity why Mercury orbited the Sun in such a particular way. Number 9. Spontaneous generation. This theory, studied by Aristotle, claimed that things originated from nothingness and without any apparent explanation, spontaneously or magically, through philosophical powers. After more than 20 centuries of believing in this theory, scientists managed to disprove it by demonstrating that life always comes from something, whether through a genetic or chemical process. Life simply does not come out of nowhere or for nothing. Number 8. The expanding Earth. The expanding Earth hypothesis stated that phenomena like underwater mountain ranges and continental drift could be explained by the fact that the planet was gradually growing larger. The theory has a long and storied past. For example, Nikola Tesla compared the process with the expansion of a dying star. This hypothesis has never been proven wrong exactly, but it has been widely replaced with a much more sophisticated theory of plate tectonics. Number 7. Phlogiston Theory. This is an obsolete scientific theory according to which every substance susceptible to combustion contains phlogiston, and the process consists basically in the lack of said substance. It was first proposed in 1667 by the German alchemist-chemist Johann Joachim Beckner, and was defended by the physicist and chemist Georg Ernst Stahl. Over time, the idea eventually fell out of favour and has been replaced by more sophisticated theories like oxidation. Number 6. The Martian Canals. At the time, the different planets were the object of study of many scientists, and Mars was no exception. Scientists claimed that on this planet existed channels created by extraterrestrial beings to carry water into the most populated areas. Thanks to theories such as this, humanity believed with a mixture of astonishment and fear of a Martian invasion, which finally came in the form of novels and radio dramatizations, such as the one made by the famous Orson Welles. Number 5. Luminiferous Aether. Philosophers of all times had believed that light required a delivery system, a means through which it became visible, and this idea managed to persist all the way through to the 19th century. Later, when the idea was abandoned, physicist Albert Michelson referred to luminiferous aether as one of the grandest generalizations in modern science. The theory still exists in various forms, though, and many have argued that modern scientists simply use terms like fields and fabric in place of the more taboo term like aether. Number 4. The blank slate theory. This theory says that people are born with no built-in personality traits or proclivities. Many scientists insisted that all mental content was the result of experience and education. For these thinkers, nothing was instinct or the result of nature. Currently, it is widely accepted that genes and other family traits inherited from birth, along with certain innate instincts, also play a crucial role in the development of personality. Number 3. Phrenology. Phrenology was one of the most popular and well-studied branches of neuroscience. This theory believed that individual character traits, whether intelligence, aggression, or anger, could all be localized to very specific parts of the brain. With this in mind, practitioners would often study the size and shape of subjects' heads in order to determine what kind of personality they might have. Phrenology still exists today and has often been employed as a tool to promote racism, most famously made by the Nazi army in the Second World War. Number 2. Einstein's static universe. This theory explained what the size of the universe was an unchanging constant. It has always been the size it was and always would be. The theory found its biggest adherent in Albert Einstein, who argued in favor of it and even calculated it into his theory of general relativity. The theory of a static universe was problematic from the start, and Einstein would subsequently abandon his model and would later refer to it as the biggest blunder of his career. Number 1. Fleischmann and Pons cold fusion. It's a deceivingly simple concept, but the implications are spectacular. Create a nuclear reaction at room temperature and then an abundance of energy, without the dangerous waste that results from nuclear power plants. This groundbreaking theory briefly seemed to have become a reality in 1989 when the electrochemists Martin Fleischmann and Stanley Pons published experimental results suggesting they had achieved cold fusion. The experiments were hailed as a turning point in science. The fervor over cold fusion died down as soon as other scientists tried to replicate the experiment. Most of them failed to get any kind of similar result.
Thank you for watching. If you're not already subscribed, go ahead and click that subscribe button. You can also follow us on Twitter and Facebook. We publish content every week for your entertainment. Leave a comment to let us know what you would like to see in our next Top 10.